in the spirit of like narratives, which is what the
Hmm.
podcast is about as well. But so much of what can be a resisting force, being able to do this is, like you said, that reactivity. And that reactivity usually is populated by some narrative you have about what is meant for you, what could be, what can't be, right? Why that is. There is some logic that you have applied that shows up in this reaction, and taking the time to slow
Hmm.
that down is worthwhile. It can be very helpful because, to your point, it like leads to a really positive cascade of letting go of assumptions and being open to things that you may feel very nervous about. What I like to share with people as well is that the more you do this, right, the more you learn about yourself in terms of what you're actually uncomfortable with, what you actually like. And that's kind of what you were saying as well, right? Which is that you get to know yourself better in relation to other people,
Yeah.
which is oftentimes how we get to know ourselves is in relation to other people. And that inherently means having to be in community and building the skill. But I wish there was more of this taught to kids of like, hey, how do you actually be in a community? Because so much of what I end up seeing, whether it's in immigrant families or not, is people just being fought to be heard, fighting to be
Yes.
heard, but in a way that's actually not functional.
Can you give
It
me an
does not meet
example?
the aim. I'm sorry.
Could you give me an example?
Yeah, it's like if you are at a almost like if you're at a table at dinner and no one's asking questions, people are just talking, right? And sometimes that works because like it actually is building on itself and people are comfortable enough where like there are certain conversations where that does work. There are other conversations and majority of where that may seem like it's working, but at some like deeper level, it's really not. Or things like feeling kind of disconnected or having some weird feeling afterwards, but not really knowing why. I've been part of many of these. I've been contributing to many of these in this way. And I've had to reflect on myself of being like, oh yeah, like when I grew up in a big family, or I saw my relatives who also grew up in a big family. And like it just was very normal to just never ask a question.